Ciao friends, Liz from Simple Italian Cooking. I'm really excited to do this particular video today. It's not a recipe, but you know, I'm a big fan of hydroponics and having fresh food all year round. And so in this video, you're going to learn all about this particular hydroponic system, very similar to other ones on the market. So I think that you'll find it relevant even if you don't buy this particular one. I'm going to talk about how easy it was to set up or what wasn't easy. I'm going to talk about what to expect with it and what I'm growing, how long I've been growing, and just some other features and stuff that you might be curious about or that would be helpful for you if you're looking at purchasing this. So it's currently right now, summer is over, fall has started, and it's really awesome because I can still have my fresh lettuce and some fresh herbs any time of the year and when it's off season. So I'm going to show you first off, let's get to the fun stuff. First thing I want to do is tell you what system I'm using. And just to let you know, I purchased this with my own money. This is not a sponsorship. The manufacturers, the company have no idea that I'm even doing this video. So I'm doing this for you, to benefit you, because I've heard your questions, I've heard your interest, and anytime I talk to people about hydroponics, they get really, really interested. So this is the iDOO Hydroponic system. I'm using the 12 pods. And I'm going to tell you if you need the 12 or they have smaller ones, and just some pros and cons. So there's a lot of information I'm going through. I'm going to try and make it as organized as possible. So just follow along if you can. All right. So what exactly am I particularly growing right now? So I started all of this from seed, which is great. That means it didn't cost me a dime. It didn't cost me even a penny because to grow this, because I'm using seeds that I've harvested over the years. So we have here some lettuce. This is called Jericho lettuce. It's really good for growing hydroponically. It is a type of romaine. It's kind of like a baby romaine. So it doesn't get real tall like this. It gets more like this. And you have these wonderful green leaves here. This one's actually bent. Okay. Here is another one. This is also a Jericho. I think that's a Jericho. Let me look at my symbol here. No, this is, I'm sorry. This is, I was going to say, it didn't look like it. This one right here, and I'll show a close up on the screen. But this is called prize head. It's kind of like it is a loose leaf lettuce, and it's real pretty because it's green and then has this, this red in it as well. So I really like that, and they give nice big leaves. Here's actually a really big one. I purposely haven't picked the leaves because I wanted to wait until I did this video. All right, and then here we have some Italian parsley, of course. So I'm growing that, seeing how that's doing. And parsley is a pokey grower, so I'm happy with where it's at. It will eventually hit some sort of peak, and it'll really go forth and last a long time. Some more Jericho here, some more Italian parsley here. This was a really safe bet. I'm growing arugula, and this is rocket arugula. It's called rocket because it grows really fast and it really shoots off. So you really got to prune them in order to make sure they don't overcrowd everything else. And then also here I have some, I believe this is alkindus for it, and no, it's not. I'm totally wrong. This is Bellevue. I didn't think this was Bellevue, but all right. So this was Bellevue. Bellevue lettuce. It's kind of it is a loose leaf, and it's really pretty. I like to use it in my salads because it's just got this really elegant loose leaf look. It's just kind of curly, and it's really nice, and I really like the flavor, and it also has color in it too. And then, and here I am growing, of course, some basil. So, and that's actually doing really, really well. So that's one thing I'm really curious about is how that's going to do in this particular system. And so far, it's doing really well. All right. So now that you know what I'm growing, how long has it taken for everything to get this size? I started these seeds about 4.5 weeks ago. So I'm really, really happy with this. This is on par with my larger hydroponic system that I have. And this is This is good. So that's about normal. And I'll show you a picture of what it looked like when it was at 3 weeks. I'm also going to tell you a little bit later what to do if your seeds are not sprouting, because I ran into that issue. All right. With this particular hydroponic system, I have 12 holes. There's 3 this way and 4 this way. So that's 12 altogether. But I do not have, and this is why I got the 12 holes, because I'm not putting lettuce in every single hole. It's really important when you grow in a hydroponic system or even in a garden that there's able to be airflow through the leaves. This helps cut down on things like mildew, anything that might accumulate if it gets too humid or gets really wet. So could I put more in here? Sure, I absolutely could, but it would be really packed. I might try it just to see what happens, but I did that intentionally because I want everything to grow nice and big. All right, so that's that. This here, so I got the 12 one. It also came with a bunch of kind of accessories or things to help, and I actually have a whole video on how to actually install or set this up. You can check out my video on that. I'm not going to go through everything in detail, but I did like a whole unboxing video, which was kind of cool. Now I got the hydroponic system that came, because they have like different packages you can get, and I don't remember the exact name or whatever that I got, but this is what came with it on the one that I bought. So I just thought these were really, really cute. They stick in these little holes down here, and what I did is for like my basil, I just take some labels and removable labels and put them on here. I'm not going to write directly on here because I know I'm going to eventually reuse them and use it, you know, with a different type of variety. So I just use a little piece of tape, paper, sticker. You can use some Scotch tape on it and write on it, and then when it's done, when you're done, just peel it off and use another one. So I really liked having the labels because a lot of times, no matter how organized I try to be, I tend to always forget something. Forget what I did or whatever. All right, so obviously it's going, actually let me do this one first. So it's going to come with these little cups like this, okay? And net pots. So these little pots, and what goes in the pot are these kind of like a fake soil. Not sure exactly what it is. It's very spongy. And they just go right in there, and then when you put them in the hole, it goes down. Hopefully you can see that, yeah. It goes down and it sits in the water, it absorbs the water, so it keeps everything nice and moist. So that's really nice. And I do have some tips on this that I learned the hard way. And a lot of these you can buy additional ones, so if they break, I think you can buy them separately. Okay, and then what they also what mine came with were these little covers. Now, these little covers come with stickers, and the stickers go right on top. And then what happens is there's a little hole inside the sticker, and so it allows, I think it just prevents light from getting in, and it allows the seed to come up and it grows through that. I tried it. It didn't really work very well, but this kind of goes into the mistake that I had earlier. And I said, when I tried it the second time, I said, I'm not going to deal with that. And I didn't, and it worked fine. And then what happens is you just put this over the cap like this, and it creates a little greenhouse effect. And so I actually found that this fit better without the label on it or without the sticker cover. So just a little tip, I thought these actually did work pretty well. So I was really happy. I think that really helped with the germination. It also comes with, and this is what I love, are these little caps that cover the openings. So you can see here, I have one here. That just helps prevent debris from getting in and from light from getting in. Because once light and warmth and the chemicals from the nutrients all mix, you start getting algae. That's normal, but you want to minimize the access of light as much as possible. So these come in really handy. And then it comes with your own plant foods to get you started. I did use this plant food just because I wanted to see if it would work well. I'm probably going to buy my own organic plant food if I can. and I'll put some links down below, some liquid ones that are very reputable. Okay, so now that we've covered all the different parts, you know how all that works. So one thing that I would recommend is before you put the seed in here, soak this in some water. It doesn't, even though this comes with instructions on how to operate everything, it didn't say to soak this in water. Technically, you probably don't have to because it'll absorb the water coming up. But my mom, when she reordered, she has the same system, and she ordered some replacement ones, and in there it said to soak them. And so well, I'm going to try that. And sure enough, I think that really did help create a better condition for the seeds to germinate. Do you have to use these? And this is kind of an experiment, but I started some parsley in the rock wool separately. And then once I had the roots come down far enough, I just kind of squeezed and pushed the rock wool down into one of these. Because I wanted to see, I have so much rock wool. And I was like, well, I want to see if it'll work. Because if it does, then if I don't want to buy more of these, I can just start my seedlings off to the side until the roots are long. So I've talked about how it works. Let's talk about this top part here. Okay, so this goes up 12 inches and it's as high as it goes. It is adjustable. So when you're starting, you want to have it as low as possible so that it really helps germinate and with the seedlings, and then you can adjust it. But this is about as high as it goes. So like this basil, I can't let this basil get too tall. So once it starts branching out a little bit, I'm going to cut off the top and it's going to have to expand more this way. The other aspect is the light. So it has two different light settings, one for vegetables, which is what I would be using here because I'm just growing lettuce and herbs. But if I wanted to grow things that, sometimes people use this just to grow flowers and things that are fruiting, then you would want to use the other light setting, which deals with the different light spectrum to help with that fruiting process. Since we're mainly dealing with just greens here, I'm going to use the vegetables, okay? It's a different light spectrum, okay? It is bright, so you want to have it in an area where it's not going to bother you. I had this temporarily set up back here for a few days, and the light was really bothering my husband's eyes. So I'm actually going to move it over to another part of the room where it's kind of out of the way. So just keep that in mind. But it's very, very self-contained. It doesn't even have to be in the kitchen. Okay, so if you want to grow taller things like kale, then and probably like the basil, you might want to get a separate system so that you can have the light at the appropriate height for those taller ones, and then this one for shorter ones. But I'm going to see how it goes. I'm just going to try and keep everything at a decent height. So we'll see how that goes. All right, so with the top here, very, very easy. Now there is a fan that runs. So water, one thing that's very important for when you have roots that are submerged in water instead of soil, you have to get oxygen circulating. You have to get that air into the water. And to do that, there's a little fan on the inside here, an air pump. And about every 30 minutes, it's going to turn on and it's going to run and it's going to pump air into the water. And that is how your roots are going to get that oxygen. So there's different types of hydroponic systems. And for these type of countertop ones, that's probably pretty typical of the type you're going to get. So that's normal. So you're going to hear it come on and you're going to hear it come off. And if you have to have it really, really quiet, just keep that in mind. This one is not loud. It just, when it turns on, it reminds me of those fountains that have water, because you can hear that water percolating and stuff. So it's pretty cool. I really like it. I find it actually relaxing. The setup, like I said, was very easy. Anybody can do it, and I was able to do it without any issue. In terms of adding water, there's a little knob here, and you just slide this out and you can pour the water in right through here. And I did that. I just used like a measuring cup and poured it in. And there's a little window here. It'll let you know when you're getting, let's see if I can back this up a little bit without having it fall off. And there's a little window here so that you can actually see how much you have in there. I try to keep it full at all times. Cleaning it, the top comes off, okay? So kind of cool. Nice, easy. There's also a little plug here in the back. So if you need to drain it while the roots are in here and you can't move this off, then you can just simply release the plug. Just make sure that it's in a sink or over a bucket because it's just going to pour right out. Another tip too with the light I forgot to mention is if the light is an issue, especially during the day, you just don't like to have it on. The light is going to be on. It is on like its own internal timer, and it runs for 16 hours. That mimics 8 hours of sunlight. 16 hours of hydroponics is 8 hours of sunlight. Okay, that's just the general rule of thumb. So this is going to stay on for 16 hours. So if I am going to try and start the time so that the light comes on around 8 o'clock in the evening at night, and then it'll run through and then turn off in the morning. That way it's really not an issue during the day for us. So that should work, or you could just keep it on during the day. It's totally up to you. I would say maybe if you're going to be near a big window and it's already getting a lot of sunlight, then maybe not do the night thing, because then if it's also getting sunlight during the day, it doesn't really have that time of that particular day cycle that is important. Okay, and just a reminder that all the links for everything that I'm talking about here are in the description below. Okay, so to make it real easy for you if you want to check different things out on Amazon or other places, and where I like to order my seeds and stuff like that. So the first time the only mistake that I really made with this was when I was using old seeds, and I had used some seeds that I had, and they just were not germinating, and I was getting really frustrated. And fortunately, like, my mom had been using this type of system, and she was like, yeah, like, she had no issues with her. So I was like, okay. So I went ahead and said, well, maybe it's the seeds. If it's not the system, it's got to be the seeds. So I went ahead and trashed those after about 2.5 weeks and put in new seeds that were just like from the last year or two that I harvested, and they came out great. They started germinating. I would say the lettuce was germinating within 3 days. It was germinating and coming up. And then within 3 weeks, I could have actually been picking them, but I wanted the plants to get more mature. I really like it, and I think it's great if you want to just have some salads. This is going to make a huge salad? No. And by huge, I mean like huge. Like you're making that as the dinner. But this is definitely really great. I love it. And of course, I would have a lot more if I was using all 12. So I think I'm going to try that next. But I love the fact that I have things like the fresh arugula, which I love to use for that peppery flavor. Different types of lettuce that are growing, and my basil. So when I want just a few basil leaves to throw in with my pasta, I'm going to have it right here in the dead of winter. So I hope you found this video helpful. And if you have any questions, just let me know below. I'll do my best to answer them. And like I said, all the information is in the description below. If you like these type of videos and you like Italian food, because that's really what I mostly talk about, but this topic seems pretty popular, so I'm doing this video. But if you like Italian food and you'd love to have some Italian recipes sent to you every week, by all means, join my newsletter or subscribe to this channel where I do even more videos about food and products and all things related to that. So, well, thank you so much for watching. Grazie e ciao.